Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Rachel Tech. We are actually nearing 50 subscribers. That's awesome, guys. Thank you so much. But anyways, guys, so we've been doing a lot of tutorials. I actually got a tripod, so that should I got a new tripod, so that should make the quality of my unboxings better. I also got a new camera, and this is the new microphone that I used last time, which I still haven't done a review on. But I did get a tripod, so that will be a big key component in my unboxing videos. But until the next unboxing video, which probably won't be for quite a while, my shortcut tutorials did pretty well. So I feel like you guys really enjoy, learning this one over here, the subscribe animation one in shortcut. So I was wondering, why don't we talk about free software and how you can get your YouTube videos looking really good? And we're not talking about physical software, I'm talking about programs. So I'm not talking about a microphone, a green screen, a tripod, a camera. I'm talking softwares that you can install to your computer that will upgrade the quality of your videos greatly. So, first of all, I'd like to tell you, I did a tutorial quite a while ago. It was actually when I had just changed my channel name to Misco Rachel. That's this one, called how to get screen recorder with Facecam on Windows, Linux, or Mac. Where I tell you how to install OBS Studio. But today we're going to be breaking down the top 5 softwares that are free, the top 5 free softwares that will upgrade your video quality. So, let's start off with a video that I already made, which I just mentioned, OBS Studio. So, OBS Studio is an open source screen recorder that I'm using right now to record my screen. It leaves no watermarks and allows you to add many cool effects and things, but we'll get into that shortly. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go ahead and open up a new tab and type in obsproject.com. I tested this with Norton Security, and it is a safe website. Alright, we have OBS Studio right here. So, OBS Studio is compatible with Windows, Mac, and Linux. But because this video is specifically about Windows, we're going to click on the Windows edition, and it'll download. Once you have that downloaded, click Open when done. Of course, I'm going to quickly cancel this download because I already have it installed on my computer. Alright, so once you have installed it and allowed it to install to your computer, and it is all installed and everything, you should open it up and see an interface. But it won't be this interface. Why? Well, the reason why is because I am currently recording. I am recording with OBS Studio, and therefore you see that thing. But what you will see is, instead of this whole thing, you will just see, I think it will be black. I don't remember. I downloaded OBS Studio a very long time ago. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to head on over to this plus button, click plus, and head on over to display capture. Click on it, and you will get this to pop up. Not really. You'll get a window to pop up, you'll click OK, you'll click OK one more time, and then you will get this screen. Alright, once you have the screen, you have an option to add a face cam by clicking the plus button and clicking video capture device, then clicking OK. I don't have a webcam on this computer, so I'm just going to click cancel. That will give you a little window which you can adjust, just like you can adjust the background. Alright, once we have that settled, now let's get into software number 2. But before we do, if you want a more in-depth tutorial about this, which I barely showed you anything, I did make a tutorial on this, as I mentioned twice before, where I go a little bit more in-depth with this. So click on the eye in the top right corner of your screen. It will pop out a white card that will say, click here. Just click on that thing and click on the video, and it will take you to the video where I teach you more in depth how to install and use OBS Studio. Now, let's get on to software number 2. Alright, so for software number 2, we have a very well-known software known as Audacity. So you can find it on audacityteam.org, and keep in mind, all the links mentioned in this video are down below in the description, so it will make it easier for you to find them. Alright, audacityteam.org is basically the website which hosts an extremely well-known software known as Audacity, which is a free audio recorder. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect for voiceover videos and any video that requires voicing over, which is what I am doing right now. I used to do videos with webcams, and I still plan on, once I get a webcam, or at least I get my camera set up. But until then, we are stuck without a camera. So, I am doing voiceovers, which requires a better microphone. And what better software to use than Audacity? Audacity has many different themes. It's very flexible. You can use it for many different things. And it is free, which is pretty fantastic considering that many studio-level audio recorders cost a lot of money. Like, for example, Autotune, which is not even a recorder, just auto-tunes your voice, costs about $400. No, I'm not joking. So this is a steal. What you're going to want to do is click on this download Audacity button and click Audacity for Windows. They're currently running version 2.42. I think I'm using version 2.42 as well. So what you are going to do is you're going to click on either the Audacity 2.42 installer or the zip file, which is a smaller file that doesn't include the manual. This will take you to fosshub.com, where you can click the download button over here. You can also get it for Linux, Mac, you can get it for Windows Zip, and many different things like that. And yes, I know that Windows Zip is not an operating system, it's a zip file, but I said it as if it sounded like it was an operating system, which is why I'm correcting myself. Okay, so you are just going to click on the Windows installer, and that will begin your download. I actually don't want it to install, as I have it installed already. Alright, so you're just going to click on open. Once it is installed, click yes, and boom, you will follow this installation process by clicking OK, next, 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 and all that stuff. But I do not want it to install, therefore I am actually Xing everything out. Once you have installed it, go ahead and open it. Here's what it should look like. This may look very confusing, and you know what? For a beginner, it is, but it is much, much easier to use than you might think. So I'm just going to go over the basics. We're not going to go too deep into it, as it is a professional software, I guess you can call it. And it does make it a little hard to explain in a video that I'm supposed to be going over 5 different things in, whereas this might take 2 videos that are only supposed to be explaining how to use 1. I know that makes it sound harder to use than it actually is, but it's just because of all the settings that there are, which you don't even need to learn. Alright, all you need to know is connect your microphone using this button. I would select my mic. You would then click on the record button and it will begin recording your audio. Hello, this is a test. Stop to stop. You can select by dragging like that and deleting files by clicking the backspace button on your keyboard. You can use the time tool to make it start at a different time. You can select it one more time, head on over to Effect, click Amplify, and use this bar to make it louder or lower. Now, this software is the type of video that you would need an entire video to explain how to use the whole thing. But the basics are, drag your mouse to select, go to Effect, and hit Amplify to change the volume. And play it using this button. Once you are done, you can hit File and export as MP3. If you want to add multiple tracks, head on over to Track and click Add New. You can either add a mono track, stereo track, label track, or time track. I always go for stereo, but some cases require mono. Once there, you can select the track and record yet another vocal test on that. That is all you need to know. Now, I will make a more in-depth tutorial on this another time. Alright, the next software is another very well-known software. This one is called Shotcut. This is a video editor that leaves no watermarks and is free. And I guess you can consider it a beginner to intermediate editor. I personally was using it for a while until I switched over to another editor, but this editor is very, very good for a free editor. You do kind of have to have a powerful computer for this to run at max performance, but I have a pretty powerful computer, so this is perfect. The only issue is I don't have a very powerful GPU. Being a bad graphics card, it might be hard to run it on high graphics, but everything else about my computer is very high performance, so that is all that you really need. Okay, you're going to click to download and select the Windows installer on either FossHub or GitHub. Now, I was just on FossHub before for Audacity, and I would probably recommend just clicking on that and heading over to FossHub and clicking the 64-bit Windows installer. It's also compatible with Mac OS and Linux. Alright, once you have your file downloaded, you are going to go ahead and open it. Once Shotcut is open, you can name your file right over here and select your cameras or the video's resolution. Alright, now here's what you gotta do. We're just gonna quickly go over the basics. So you would hit open a file. Alright, so for software and drop it right in. Now, yours will probably not look like this. Yours will probably look like that. But I've turned on a setting called Make Tracks Shorter. Lets me see everything easier. So right now I'm currently editing in vertical. That is because the last video I made on this, which was a pretty long time ago, was in vertical. So you can head on over to settings, go to video mode, and choose what you want. I think I'm gonna go with that. Alright. Of course, this is not what you would normally edit with, but yeah. To add a second track, you head on over to track operations and click add video track, or you can add an audio track. Import files by selecting the track by clicking over here and clicking the plus button after you clicked open file. When you're done, you can head on over to export and click export file. Shotcut also allows you to add really cool filters such as fade in, fade out, and many other things. But coming over from a more advanced editor, I'm going to tell you the amount of filters on this editor is great for its free price, but nothing compared to the things I can do with Premiere Pro. I don't think you can do the swirly face filter on here. I don't think you can do the wide face filter on here, which is a very popular choice for YouTubers. But it's possible. I never really experimented with this because when I used it, I didn't know what I was doing. That just goes to show how little you need to know to use this editor. But I'm going to tell you the only issue with this editor is its slow playback speed over here. It has a very slow playback speed, and I hope they fix that in a future update. Now we head on over to software number 4. Alright, so now we have 3 softwares down. We have our screen recording softwares, which is great for tutorials and games and anything else. We have our audio recording software and our video editor. Thumbnails, you shouldn't work too hard on them, but they are a pretty key feature in the chances of people clicking on your video. Many of us use a visual editing program such as Photoshop, but Photoshop isn't free, not at all. So we need a free software. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up another tab and head on over to photop.com. Once we have entered the website, here is what you will see. Now, photop.com is all based online, so it is not a software that you need to download. That works for our advantage sometimes, but not always. Alright, we are going to go ahead and open up a new project. There it is. The features in this are just like Photoshop, and I'm not even going to explain how to use it because it is so easy to learn what you are doing. T is for text, file, open more, or insert is for opening more images, and things like that. Alright, for our 5th and final software, this one is also all about thumbnails. So, we have over here a remove image background. Now, if you're wondering why this is very important, well, Photop might be good for thumbnails, but it's not very good at converting images into PNG the way Photoshop does. How this works is all you gotta do is upload an image. Cannot identify foreground, and that is because that images that I just uploaded was a background. It easily converts it into a PNG. What is the problem? Well, no matter how good their sensors are, you only get 1 point to get an ultra high quality image. Otherwise it costs money. But 1080p is not bad, so I'll still use this website. Alright, so if you're still here, thank you so much for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. And if you want more videos like this, leave a comment down below suggesting what I should do next. If this video helped you out on Windows, but you have a Mac, never fear. If there are enough requests to do a Mac version of this, even though I don't own a Mac, I can teach you how to do it. Alright guys, that is all for now. Stay safe. Have an awesome day. Goodbye, and thank you for joining in with Rachel Tech. I'll see you in the next video.